So Juan, today's article is how to retain tech talent. And at Humantelligence, we have a really amazing tech team that works on developing apps for us, websites for us, anything we want them to design, they can do it. So how did you go about acquiring that talent and get them to stay on board and be happy?
So acquiring that talent, I was blessed, really. I had a great engineer, a guy named Victor Cortez, who ran the product team when I took over as CEO. Victor is from Colombia, the country in South America, and he went to a public university in Cali, from if my recollection is correct. And he was able to get great talent from that university, and he continues to hire great talent in Colombia. And so the point of that is, getting great talent doesn't mean in your backyard. Today, with Zoom and with working and an agile methodology for technology, you can have developers in another country, and it have an amazing platform with an amazing team of 5 to 6 developers, all out of Colombia, and they're in like 3 or 4 different cities in Colombia, and they're wonderful, and they all speak English perfectly. They work really, really hard. They're self-starters. They're creative, they problem solve, and sound. And they're also about half the price of what it would cost to hire someone in Silicon Valley who does the same type of work. So it's really a win-win-win. They're getting more money than they would from other companies there. And we say that's kind of how we found that talent.
Right. Well, leveraging technologies is a great way to ensure that you're making the highest effort to bring people on board. But I've worked with Victor and the dev team, and they're great, and I'm happy to have them on the Humantelligence team.
And then and to the second part of your question around how do we keep, right, recruiting, another thing is how you keep people. I think we've been able to do that by making them feel part of the team. Even though we're a remote company and all 17 employees are in different cities, we've made them feel part of the team. And here are 5 tips for any CEO in a startup or mid-sized company to be able to retain great talent. So one, I did an onboarding call with every single one of them and made them feel welcome. And that, a 45-minute video conference doesn't seem like a lot, but a lot of CEOs don't take that time for people who are 2 or 3 levels down. 2, I include them in all our strategic updates that I put in writing in an email to all 17 employees and to the board. Those board updates go to all my employees, including the tech engineers. They, although they are technical, they want to know what is the greater vision and direction the company's headed. 3, I do monthly town hall meetings where everyone in the company is invited, and we invite the engineers, and even though they don't know everyone, they get to know people that way and feel part of something bigger than just themselves or the engineering development team. 4, we have something called the ring the bell email, which basically whenever a salesperson closes a deal, which happens maybe 8 to 12 times a month, they send out an email to the entire company, including what the deal was, how much it was for, what the company is, what industry, what the challenge we're solving, who were the salespeople involved, and kind of what products they're going to use and why. And that's really motivating because, at the end of the day, it takes a tribe to succeed in any company, let alone software. And if they hadn't developed these products, we wouldn't be selling them. So really, the development team is as important as engineers on a ring the bell story that goes out, and they need to be included, and they feel pride and understand what they're working towards. And then lastly, 5, if it is a smaller startup company and it's early stage, I gave small amounts of equity to every one of those developers, and that potentially for them could do major wealth creation for them in Colombia. And it goes a lot further than just paying an employee more money. It makes them feel really as a partner in a greater vision, and knowing that they could make up a lot more money if the company does exit well. So those are 5 tips on retaining great tech and tech services talent.
Yeah, I think those tips are great because at Humantelligence, we've already been accustomed to working remotely and even working remotely internationally. But working remotely is new to a lot of people, and still in 2021, we're staying at home. And we've got other blogs about how to engage remote employees. And one of those ways is having those introductory meetings where you talk to them and just get to know who they are, because you're not going to have that ability anymore not being in the office. I mean, I know when I came on, we had a one-on-one where it wasn't as professional, where we just got to kind of know each other. I think it's a great way to keep people engaged and happy.